loves. I know it's been a while. It's the beginning of July. June was a very, very busy month. Super exciting, but super overwhelming too. I just had a lot of stuff on my plate. I had a lot of things to do during the month of June, and we had a lot of events that happened during the month of June. So as far as updates, I started doing some voiceover work for a channel called Unigamer, which actually is its whole separate company. You should check them out, but they're right here on YouTube. I'll link to them below. And if you are somebody who's into gaming, video games, you're gonna wanna check them out because they are basically standing at the edge of what it means to be a gamer and connecting other people who are gamers. So I like that opportunity because it allows me to stay connected to the gaming world. I wouldn't call myself a gamer. I really don't have time for gaming, but I like seeing what video games are out there, what new developments there are, and every now and then I try to dabble. Every now and then. Also, a coloring book for Black girls became a thing during June, and I'm so happy about this. As you can see, I colored one page right here, but I'm really excited because all little girls deserve to be able to color images that look like them, especially little Black girls. This was always supposed to be part of the plan. The book and the coloring book together are companions, basically. This was always part of my vision, and the fact that this exists now makes me really happy because I'm moving in the direction that I want to with sharing a book for Black girls with people. And right now is a really good time to share a book for Black girls with people. In addition to the coloring book becoming a thing, getting to share my book with so many more people, my alma mater decided to do a feature on me, and that was an absolute honor. You can check that out at CSUSM.edu. It's under their news page. I very much enjoyed getting to be interviewed about my time at the university and the things that I did when I was there, which included meeting my mentor, Dr. Robin Keene, spending time tutoring in the writing center, joining a sorority, and eventually getting the heck out of there and moving on into the workforce. But my mentor contributed some really nice quotes to that, touched my heart. It was just a really nice experience to be recognized by the university where I got my bachelor's from. Go Cougars! I really needed all of that lighthearted stuff to happen in June because there was a lot of very heavy, deep, serious stuff that also happened during the month of June. A lot of things moved in a direction that I didn't want them to. COVID cases are moving in entirely the wrong direction. They are skyrocketing across the United States, and there are, of course, hot spots, one of which being here in Florida. I think California and Texas were on the list too, and there's one other state where things are starting to just get out of control with the numbers. But in addition to rising numbers in COVID cases, we also saw a lot of protests happening. The police who killed Breonna Taylor are still police officers. They haven't been arrested. A Wendy's got burnt down in Atlanta. A 19-year-old activist was killed by a Black man. As a whole, America is just divided. Race divides us. Political affiliation divides us. Even something as simple as wearing a mask divides us. And I think that the most unfortunate part about the division is that a lot of it is orchestrated. Our government, and specifically our current president, loves seeing us divided like this. It's really easy to take advantage of groups of people when they have division like we have in the United States right now. All you Democrats out there, because the Dems love to see us divided too, especially when racial stuff hits the headlines. And that's not because Democrats are particularly interested in helping to advance Black people or Mexicans or Asians. They don't care about that. It's just a numbers game for them. Democrats know that with the way the Electoral College works, if they don't have tons and tons of numbers, then they don't really stand a chance in any sort of election. And the police are acting fed up because nobody's thanking them. People are holding them accountable for their mistreatment of citizens, and somehow that makes the police angry, I guess. How dare we try to hold them accountable for something? Some cop who gets to carry a gun, a badge, and a taser filmed herself after she didn't get her McDonald's fast enough, crying about it, about how she just wishes that someone would tell her thank you. I mean, it was just a bad look all around. I don't know why that had to go onto social media. She had a bad day. It sounds like she should have been hitting up the department's counselor to talk to that person instead of going to social media to cry about it. That was a bad look for police people everywhere. And then on the flip side of all of this, we have white men in positions of power who are stepping down from those positions and requesting that they be replaced by someone who is Black. That is a noble sentiment. I mean, I think I get what you're trying to do with that, but it is an absolute horrible way to execute something like that. Simply because you are poisoning the water for the next person who comes in after you. If this board decides to abide by your request and replace you with a black candidate, now all of a sudden it just looks like that person got hired just because you said that a black person needed to be there. And let me tell you something, no black person who busted their butt in college, got work experience, acquired all of the credentials, the hard skills and soft skills necessary to do the job of sitting on a board of directors wants to be the diversity hire. No, no, no. I don't ever want to see Nancy Pelosi in a kente cloth again. No. Ladies and gentlemen, we need real change happening here. All of these small things, such as replacing Aunt Jemima, renaming the master bedroom, tearing down all these statues of old guys that I don't really care about, those are mere droplets onto the raging fire that is systemic racism. Black people need gainful employment. And when I say gainful, I don't just mean that you hire us, but you also give us raises and promote us. We need approval for home loans. I don't care that you're changing the name of the master bedroom if I can't buy the house. Credit repair services, not just fly-by-night credit repair services, but actual people who will put you onto a plan where your credit has recovered and you are able to purchase any assets that you need to within a reasonable time frame, such as 18 months, and affordable health care. And you Obama supporters, y'all be quiet about that, because that ain't affordable health care what you gave us. I know you think it is, but it's not. In addition, some better medical treatment for black people, better housing in our neighborhoods, better places to shop in our neighborhoods. We don't need this oversaturation of liquor stores. We need more fresh produce and fresh food options in our neighborhoods. You know, basically all those things that non-black people get to have without having to scream and yell and protest for it. Truth be told, the end game in my eyes is legislative change. Since the system seems to always conveniently forget us or conveniently allow us to slip through the cracks, go ahead and write us into the system. Black people, because we were brought here under circumstances that were not our own, they were not our choices, regardless of what Kanye West wants to say to you. But we need to be written into the laws as whole citizens, not just 1/3 of a citizen. And we need our own governmental bodies that will protect black people. Something that's stronger than just the NAACP. But before that can happen, and that all is like 17 steps in the future, I mean, the government still needs to reform the Electoral College. The government still needs to figure out what it's gonna do with all of the people who are unemployed right now. There's just a litany of problems to go around. Take your pick. And black people as a collective, most of us don't even really like each other. So that's its own internal, very multi-layered issue that needs to be resolved before we can really move forward. But I am thankful that I have my book to turn to, because when I feel like the world is becoming so overwhelming, chaotic, angry, just back and forth with the conflicts, it makes me feel better to know that I have at least given something to the world that can help the problem. I'm helping little girls recognize and celebrate just how beautiful and special and needed they are. And I'm helping parents give something that is culturally diverse to their children, whether it's little black girls or non-black children. We need more representation of all types of children in children's literature. That's important. And so it makes me feel good to know that I've at least taken the effort to contribute some of that. I also have to say that I'm very grateful for my support system. I have such an amazing husband. I love my bestie, she's great. And I really, really love my therapist. I have a semicolon tattoo, which those of you out there who are familiar with the Semicolon Project, you know, you probably see that and think, oh yes, I know what that means. But for those who don't, it is something that is a project devoted to helping those struggling with mental illness, as well as those who are or who have attempted before. And yes, I go into that category, not with attempted, but definitely thoughts. But not lately. I've risen past that through the work that I've done in therapy, through the work that I've done on myself internally. So I very much want to live. I just wish that I could live in a world that was more peaceful. And maybe that's still coming. Hopefully it is in due time. Just gotta keep plugging away and keep hope alive. You can get a book for Black girls on Amazon. I will leave the link below, Amazon Prime, and we have paperbacks as well as hardcover copies. If you want to get the bundle with the book and the coloring book together, you can get them on my website at middayreset.com. Use offer code GET2OFF to get a discount on any orders that are $18 or more, and that includes the shipping. Otherwise, feel free to contact me at the links that are showing on your screen right now. I love to hear from you. You can also leave me some comments below. Let me know how you're coping with COVID, with all of the tension in this country, with what you're seeing, especially if you're not from the United States. I love getting input from how this all looks from the outside. And I'll be back eventually. I have to take it 1 month at a time. So we'll see, but you guys take care and keep shining.